My name is Reverend Eddie Anderson. I'm senior pastor of McCarty Memorial Christian Church and a co-founder of Culture Black Lives. A black man was lynched in Los Angeles on January the 3rd. A black man was lynched in Los Angeles on January the 3rd. Keenan Anderson was lynched in Los Angeles on January the 3rd. Let that sit in. Where I'm from in the South, we would hang a flag outside of your house to say a black man was lynched yesterday to let other black people know it's not safe for you in this city. Los Angeles is not safe. And yet, we want to have virtual meetings. I have to ask you, how can you serve the people if you don't love the people? How can you love the people if you don't know the people? How can you know the people if you don't feel their pain? Virtual meetings is hiding from the pain of the people. And so if we want to have any credibility, then we have to allow the people to come in and speak their piece. Kevin De Leon, you are a brown face on white supremacy. And so if you are a brown face on white supremacy, if you stand with him, if you allow him to give motions in this chamber, if you allow him to vote in this chamber, you are co-signing white supremacy. You know, Dr. King said, the tragedy of this nation is that it has schizophrenia. It says one thing and does another. You say Black Lives Matter, but yet you let a man get electrocuted and die on the streets. You say Black Lives Matter, then you let your councilman sit here who gerrymandered black people out of their district and said, we don't want to be with the blacks. How can we say we are a city of angels? And when we are offered the higher road, take the low one. And so, General, I want to encourage you to be like Dr. King. Be an ambulance driver today. Run through the red tape, because it does not have to be this way. Councilman Marquise Harris Dawson and Mike Bonin last year gave you a motion that said we don't need police in traffic stops. It's somewhere probably collecting dust, but you can move that motion forward so that Keenan Anderson, another Keenan Anderson, won't happen on our streets. Tracy Park, I just met you, but you have the obligation to say something morally for your people, or the soul and the death of this city will continue to decay. And so I implore you, speak up. Because Dr. King said, you may live on to be 80, but you are dead now as long as you would be when you were 80 if you don't speak up when death, when conscience, when justice, when equity is before you. Speak up. Don't be silent, because your silence is violence and is killing us, and we can't breathe. Be blessed.
Thank you, Speaker.